So today we're going to be making some energy balls, and these are actually going to be formed into bars because I find that easier, but the ingredients and how you mix them up at the start are still the same. So our first ingredient is 2 cups of dry oats, but I'm actually going to be making a triple batch of each of these kinds. So I'm going to be using 6 cups in each. So here we go. Hopefully my bowl will be big enough. But I'm going to be making some regular energy balls and then some double chocolate ones. That's why I have the 2 bowls. So you can use regular rolled oats. We happen to have quick oats, so I'm going to be using those. Next, we're going to be doing 1.5 cups of peanut butter in each of these. So the original recipe is 1/2 cup of peanut butter. Probably gonna have to open another peanut butter jar to get these done. Peanut butter. And another 1/2 cup. Now we like these as a snack. We freeze them and then use them like that, but they're also good to go as quick meals, as either a snacky lunch or to go with eggs and fruit for breakfast, whatever you may like. The kids love these. So we got 1.5 cups for that one, and now next batch. Use this one. Why does it take so long to measure peanut butter? Such thick substance. And since we don't have to deal with any food allergies in the house, and these both contain the same ingredients, except for one of them is going to have cocoa added to it later, I'm not worried about using the same measuring cups. So I'm going to be reusing these for the honey. So here we go. Here's our peanut butter. Now we're going to do 1.5 cups of honey. Set that on there so it doesn't get too dirty. And we use this Nature Nate's honey that we buy at Sam's Club. That's one brand that we really like, but it's also probably cheaper if you want to get just a regular honey from Walmart or whatever. But something else that we like about the Nature Nate's that's here is it actually has Psalm 119:103 written on the front of the bottle. Thy word is sweeter than honey. We like being able to support Christian organizations when possible. So that's a nice thing. Now, this hopefully won't take too long, but so we don't have to wait for the bottle to drain. I'll get some of this and then I'll open the other one and we'll finish that off another time. Okay. Here we go. And these are going to be the 2 longest ingredients because it takes a while to measure them. Okay. Here's 1 cup. There. Another 1/2 cup. not sure how many bars this is going to make exactly, but I have a feeling this is going to last us a while, and we'll be using them for going along with quick meals or snacks as we approach the birth of Malachi. Okay, so now we're going to do chocolate chips, and I am not precise on my chocolate chip measurements, so I'm just going to add a bunch, and then we might need to add more later. So, here we go. Let's start off with that. Okay, now we're going to do just a dash of salt in each one of these. And again, I'm making a triple batch, so do a little more. Okay, and then a teaspoon of vanilla. So 1, 2, 3, close enough. 1, 2, 3. So a tablespoon in each for the triple batch. Okay, now this is just an added. This is brewer's yeast, and one way to add some extra nutrition to the energy balls is to add brewer's yeast and flaxseed. So maybe like a teaspoon in a batch this large. I'm not sure the exact amounts, but we'll just do that. And I don't have any flaxseed in the house right now, so we're not going to be adding that today, but that is something else that you can add if you have it. So this one has all of the ingredients added, because this is the original. So we can start mixing this one up. Now that other one is going to be the double chocolate recipe. So that one's going to have some cocoa added. And I like just the original ones, but some of the kids prefer the ones with double chocolate. So I'm not going to stir all of that right now because it just takes more time. So I'm going to add some cocoa, and it's 4 tablespoons for one batch. So this is a 2 tablespoon measure here. So 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm making 3 batches, so 10. These aren't exact. And that's close enough, 11 or 12 there. Maybe a little less. So this is going to be the double chocolate. And so I'm going to finish mixing these up, and then we're going to put them in the fridge for half an hour, 30 minutes, and then when that time is up, you can take them out and form them. You can either form them into balls, or you can form them into bars if you pack it down on like a cookie sheet or something like that. And then we freeze them. They tend to hold better that way. You can probably just keep it in a bowl in the fridge and eat it by the spoonful if you prefer. I like doing the bars because it takes a lot less time for me than rolling out all of the balls, and I'm all about saving time in my cooking. So I'm going to finish mixing these up, but that's just going to take more time. So I'm going to stop the video now, and we'll be back with you later. So our energy ball mixture has been sitting in the fridge. You need to let it sit for half an hour. I think ours has been in there longer than that, but it's fine. So this is our original mixture here. This is not the double chocolate. So I'm going to be pouring this one out, and again, you can make this into balls. You can take about a tablespoon of the mixture and roll it into ball form and put them out on a tray with parchment paper and throw them in the freezer. And then you can take them out of the freezer as you eat them. We prefer to keep them in the freezer. So I'm going to be using just this pizza roller in my hands to flatten this out. So the parchment paper makes it a lot easier to deal with. It doesn't stick to the pan or any of that stuff. And I'm going to be cutting these later into smaller pieces. So actually, before I use this once more, I'm going to start pressing this out with my hand. So it's a sticky thick mixture, but it tastes really good. So as you mix it up, keep in mind that it's going to be really thick. So I might overdo this, but what you want is for everything to stick together and not fall apart as you try to eat it. So I like using my hand and pizza roller. You could probably use other implements or maybe just your hands. We had been rolling these out into ball form, but that took so long, and I prefer doing this since it's so much faster. But we like having quick meals. It's nice to be able to have just around the house, but they're also really nice to have on Sundays when we try not to do work because it's the Lord's Day and things like that. And as the birth of Malachi approaches, Mommy's going to be gone at the hospital, and it's going to be nice to have quick snacks and fun snacks that the kids enjoy that aren't as unhealthy as the packaged foods that you can get. And just the quick meals that don't take as much work as we're out of our regular routine without Mommy home. And even once Mommy gets back, we're going to have the settling into a new baby in the house, which is a blessing, but in our fallen state, we can have bad attitudes and stuff like that, and it is a series of adjustments as you have another human being in the house who now needs to have clothes changed and be fed and carried by someone other than Mommy. So this one is going to be done fairly soon, and it's going to stick most likely to whatever you're using, so I'm just going to scrape it off. And again, we don't have to worry about cross-contamination, so this is a blessing that God has given us. There's no, there are not many food allergies in the house. There are a few, but none of this stuff. Alright, I can finish that one off later. Now I'm going to throw this one on, and this is our double chocolate here. So, scrape some of this out. Finish that up later. So this is a triple batch of the recipe that I have written down. So this is going to make a bunch of bars, and these are very rich. I mean, I have a bunch of peanut butter and oatmeal and things like that. And you can also do these without the chocolate chips if you prefer making them sugar-free or use naturally sweetened chocolate chips. You can really, there's different versions of these that you can make. There's a sweet and salty one with almond butter and stuff like that, which is also really good, but the peanut butter is cheaper and they're still greatly enjoyed. But you can use the recipe and maybe even try your own things. Feel adventurous in that. Now this one's pretty thick, and hopefully it'll roll out well. Here we go. Now, it's again sticking, but that's okay. These can be taken for travel in a car, in a cooler or whatever, but since they won't be in the freezer when you do that, they do get softer, but they are still edible, and there's no dairy besides in the chocolate chips, which are shelf stable anyway, so you don't have to worry too much about them getting warm, except for they make a mess. So that's a little bit of a challenge, but it still works. Now thankfully I didn't have to get out another pan. These pans are going to work. And I might, not sure exactly, maybe a good thickness. Work out well. So this is just the basic idea. You want it to all be pressed together so that it sticks. It's not as crumbly, which would be even more messy with the little kids. So I hope this video has helped you to learn how to make these, and hope your family enjoys them as much as ours does.